Welcome to Josh's Cemetery Chats. How's it going out there? I hope you're all having a great day. So today we're going to be talking about favorite fall beverages and foods. And I picked this up because we stopped at Starbucks this morning because it's pumpkin spice season, baby. I'm a basic bitch all day long. I love me some pumpkin spice every fall. So I thought it would be appropriate to talk about one of our favorite foods and drinks and that kind of stuff. Because fall is my favorite season. I think it's your favorite season as well.
Where they change leaves and the leaves change and the nice breeze and
exactly. So you get that nice beautiful fall weather. And this morning is cool enough. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweater. It's amazing.
And it's peaceful out here.
And it's peaceful. It's nice and quiet in the cemetery. So I've got my pumpkin spice latte here so that we can talk about. Obviously, this is one of my favorite beverages of the fall. It means fall's here. You got football season coming. You got the weather changing. Fall has officially arrived when PSL season is on us. Now, take a sip of my pumpkin spice here.
Now all we need is the leaves to change.
Now all we need is the leaves to change. And you'll notice we brought Fred back. He's a little disgruntled at the moment. But hopefully he'll wind up getting closer to us at some point. He didn't want to sit next to us for some reason. It's the weirdest. It's like he thought this was his seat and he was going to try and take it. It didn't work out so well for him. But let's just jump right into it. So why don't you start off with talking about one of your favorite foods or beverages?
One of my favorite foods is the pot roast you make. It's so mouth-watering with the big carrots and onions and celery. It's so good.
It's my favorite thing to make every year too. I take the pot roast and I put the roast in the crock pot. And well, first I sear it, okay? So I take it out in the morning. We'll go through. This isn't a cooking channel, but we're going to talk about this because we're talking about food. If you guys want a cooking channel, maybe.
But it melts in your mouth and not in your hands.
Right. Well, it does that because I take it out in the morning. And I love making it during the fall because it's the school year. So I'm getting up at 5 o'clock anyway to get the kids ready for school. And the first thing I do after I get up and get my shower and get them ready and everything is I'll heat some oil up in a pan. And then I'll season the pot roast and I'll sear it. So if you sear it before you put it in, that's a loud vehicle. If you sear it before you put it in the actual crock pot, what it does is one, it melts the fats. The fats on the outside of it will get real tender and fall apart, and they add to the flavor as it cooks in the crock pot. So I'll take it and I'll sear it completely on the outside. I'll put it in the crock pot, put the seasonings in there, the carrots, the vegetables, the potatoes, all that good stuff, and then some beef stock, and I put it all together and let it simmer and cook for about 8 hours or so. And like you said,
it's amazing.
It's fall apart. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite parts of the fall. I love that too.
But it has to be big chunks of carrots and stuff, though, not that small stuff.
Yeah, I always try to cut the carrots and stuff. Nice big, like fresh carrots, fresh celery. Cut it all up into big chunks. It's amazing.
It's so good.
So that is definitely a good choice for a fall meal. Now, for me, obviously, I've got the pumpkin spice latte. That's one of my favorite drinks. My other favorite drink of the fall has got to be apple cider. And there's a bunch of different ways that I've had it because there's no end to the way that apple cider comes out. But one of the ones I've tried recently that was actually really good was that canned stuff that we got from Giant Eagle. They've got this canned stuff. I don't remember what it's called. It's pretty new.
It's pumpkin spice. It's not the water kind. I think it's
no, this one was apple cider. It wasn't pumpkin spice. But it was sparkling apple cider. And oh,
you mean the ones in the round cans that come 4 in a pack?
Yeah. They were delicious. Apple cider, because like fall is the apple season, so you know it's time for picking apples and stuff like that. Which I would love to. If we get the chance this fall, we should try to go to an apple orchard.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. The last time I went to an apple orchard, I got a bag, because you get a bag of, fill a bag with apples, and so I brought all the fresh apples home from the orchard, and I wound up making apple. I tried to make applesauce. I don't think that went really well. It was like a mix between applesauce and apple butter, but it was okay. It just didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to turn out. But yeah, anything apple, but especially apple cider in the fall, And I'm a big beverage person. I can't help it. Apple cider, pumpkin spice. I'll take beverages all day long.
I do like those pumpkin donuts. Whenever we go to one of those fall events.
Yes, the pumpkin donuts that they had last year when we went to the Circle S Farms last year, and they had pumpkin donuts.
And then I think it was pumpkin cider or something that went with it.
Yeah, pumpkin spice.
It was good.
Pumpkin cider, pumpkin donuts. Oh, it was delicious. It was a pumpkin patch, and now I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. We'll have to go back there again too.
Oh, we will. Maybe we'll do a video or something showing.
That would be. Well, we kind of did that last year. I did a behind the scenes video at the Apple, or at the.
I mean, more broad aspect of it.
We could do a little more broad aspect. The video last year was pretty much just me falling over in the hay barn. I told her, I said, record me. I'm going to run up to the hay barn. I'm going to go down the slide. Funny. We were the only ones there. We got there before, like, there were schools that showed up, like school field trips that showed up after we were getting ready to leave. So we were there, like, right when they opened. And I'm running around in this hay barn. And they've got just hay stacked everywhere. And I'm like, I'm going to go run up in here and go down the slide, and she's recording me, and I'm falling over as I'm trying to climb up the thing. I'll put it on Patreon. So what's another food?
Chicken and noodles with mashed potatoes. Oh, that's so good too.
Fresh chicken and noodles.
Oh yeah, well, we pulled off the bone. Well, I pulled off the bone because you can't stand the heat.
I hate pulling off the bone. It's too hot.
I love hot.
We pulled the chicken out of the boiling water. And so it's hot as can be. She's made of ice, okay? So anything hot to her feels good. The hotter the better. She takes baths in lava pools. I swear to God. So I'm like,
you're
here,
exaggerating there a little bit.
Here, you do this. I'm gonna cut up the carrots and stuff to go in. The kids aren't as big a fan of the carrots. We got the noodles, chicken and noodles, carrots, celery. Carrots and celery go with everything.
Oh, I know it.
So, but yeah, I'll cut up the carrots and the celery while she peels the chicken off the bone. I'm sipping my pumpkin spice latte here. Starbucks, you need to sponsor me. I swear, this is 2 years in a row. I'm just a wee bit disappointed.
I am fascinated with all kinds of soup, though. So.
Yeah, you do love soup.
I do love soup.
Soup's not bad. I like soup on a cold day. That's the best part about the fall is when the fall comes in. Especially you start to get into the winter. Like the temperatures start to really drop. And you can turn off the air conditioning and you can turn on... The time between needing the air conditioning and needing the heat. That's my best time of year for me.
Open up the windows.
Right. Open up the windows, let some air flow through the house. It's the greatest time of year. Like, and I will hold off putting on the heat as long as possible. Just because I don't like to have anything artificially running if I don't have to.
Well, that's when you snuggle up in your blankets.
Exactly. You put on the blankets, you get all comfy. You get on some warm clothes. Or in my case, no clothes when I'm walking. Behind the scenes.
Whatever suits you.
That's the Josh Bearheart OnlyFans.
You're awful.
So, I've been trying to think of foods. I'm not a foodie, okay? I don't love all kinds of foods.
I think you like drinks more than you do food.
I like drinks more than I do food. You know, my falls are between pumpkin spice lattes, apple cider, tea, which I drink tea all year long. And then, for me, it's food, the soups, like she mentioned. Really, I look forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas, the big dinners.
Hot chocolate.
I'm not a big hot chocolate fan.
No, Josh was the hot chocolate guy.
Yeah. Our son loves, he drinks hot chocolate all year long. But like, I love the turkey, the ham, the sweet potatoes, the mashed potatoes, the stuffing, the green bean casserole.
I was going to say pumpkin pie is one of your favorites.
Pumpkin pie is definitely
the fall time.
One of my favorite desserts. I made fresh homemade pumpkin pie for the first time ever last year. And I was worried about how it was going to come out. And I enjoyed it, but you know, it's my own cooking. Dad came over. My dad came over for Thanksgiving last year, and we had everything laid out, and you know, he was already full to burst, but he couldn't turn down the pumpkin pie, and he could not stop complimenting the pumpkin pie. He said it was the best pumpkin pie he'd had. I was like, this is great. It's the first time I've ever made it. You're encouraging me to cook more.
I do remember last year you made me apple crisp because I wanted it, and that was really good too.
The apple crisp did come out pretty good.
It was good.
See, I really got into baking last fall. I kind of fell out of it during the spring. I think it's just like the fall that makes me excited because I'm thinking about it already this year too. Like I'm ready to start get back to baking, and I've got rolls that I made last year for Thanksgiving and Christmas that just were fantastic. So rolls
Dutch
that I want to
apple
make,
pie. You
pies.
make some of that.
Do what?
So you need to make some of that.
So the apple pie?
Dutch apple
Oh,
pie.
the
There's
Dutch
a
apple-
difference between apple pie and Dutch apple pie. We've discussed this.
I know there is. I'll make some Dutch apple pie at some point.
Just like there's a difference between cherry pies. There's some with crumbles and there's some without.
Exactly.
And it tastes different. I know, I annoy you with that kind of stuff.
Well, that's all the foods that I've got, foods and drinks. Do you have any others?
Nope, that's about it.
So I thought it'd be fun to just kind of take this episode and I want to have some fun going forward and really enjoy these episodes. I know we got kind of crazy with the last episode before this. It was kind of, I got really passionate, you know, when it comes to employers and that kind of stuff. But realistically, I just want to have fun with this series, especially going into the fall, talk about some fun stuff. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. First of all, what are your favorite foods and drinks going into the fall? Are there any?
And desserts.
And desserts. It's desserts and food.
Well,
Are there certain things that you enjoy more? Or maybe you're one of those weird people that hates the fall and doesn't like any food associated with it, in which case, why are you even here? Anyway,
they want to hibernate.
whether you hate the fall or not, I do appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being here. And I think that's all that we've got for this one. We've got a few more to film. We're batch filming. I'm not going to be like some of those channels that pretend. You know, there's a lot of channels out there that will like switch shirts and all that kind of stuff and be like, oh, I film these on separate days, but they film like 10 videos in a day.
I'm not in the mood for that.
We're filming 4 videos today. So look forward to those. That'll be coming up over the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then we've got some really cool ones planned for going into October and November and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for all that. Make sure you like and subscribe. You gotta do your like thing.
Ding.
Exactly. And subscribe so that you don't miss anything.
Ding.
We're gonna get this down, I promise. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.